Hello everyone and welcome to Robotics and Mechatronics tutorials. In this tutorial, we explain how to write a Python script on a Linux Ubuntu computer that will transfer data from Arduino. That is, we explain how to establish a serial communication link between a desktop computer or even a laptop running Linux Ubuntu and Arduino microcontroller. And here is a real-time demonstration. First of all, let's explain the Arduino code. Here it is. Over here, we created a simple code that will print this value on the serial port. The printed value consists of a sum of sine and cosine terms and is obtained for increasing time. Here we are increasing the time and introducing a delay. That is, every 20 milliseconds we are printing this value on the serial port. On the other side, that is on the computer side, we have this Python script. This Python script establishes a serial communication with Arduino, and then over here it receives the data, formats the data, transforms the data to float, and then finally it plots the data. And as the result, you can see this plot over here in real time. Before we start with explanations, we need to mention the following. Links to all the files developed and presented in this video tutorial will be provided in the description below this video as well as in the comment section. The material presented in this video tutorial is very important for people who want to establish serial communication between computer and Arduino. For example, Arduino can serve as a data acquisition card, that is, it can read a sensor information. Then this information is transferred to a local computer through a serial communication port, that is through your USB cable, and on the local computer we can analyze this data, we can perform more complex operations. There are many applications of the material that you will learn in this video tutorial in robotics. For example, a sensor can be an inertial measurement unit, and this inertial measurement unit can detect the angles, and then we can read these angles and plot them on our local computer, or we can generate graphs that can be later on included in scientific reports or papers. Okay, let's start with explanations. First of all, we assume that you have Arduino IDE installed on your system. If you don't have it on your system, then you can watch this video tutorial that explains how to properly install Arduino IDE on Linux Ubuntu. To find this video tutorial, simply go to my YouTube page and search for this, and I will also include a link in the description below. Okay, once you install Arduino IDE, start Arduino, and then enter this sketch. Let's briefly go over this sketch. First of all, we are including the math.h header file. This header file is necessary since we are going to use math functions such as sine and cosine. Then here in a void setup function, which is executed only once the Arduino starts, we need to create and start the serial object. We type serial begin and we specify the baud rate. The baud rate is actually the speed of transferring the data. Now here you have to match the baud rate with additional baud rate of your serial port. Namely, if you start your serial monitor or serial port, so let me run it like this, here this baud rate has to correspond to this baud rate if you want to visualize the data. However, I will close the serial monitor since there will be interference between the local serial monitor of Arduino and the serial communication script that we will write. Consequently, always keep serial monitor closed on the Arduino IDE side. Good. Next, we declare and initialize this counter. We set it to 0, and inside of our void loop we do several things. First of all, we print the value. This term over here is simply a sum of sine and cosine functions. Then we increment this counter, and you can see how the counter participates in these two terms, and we introduce a delays of 20 milliseconds. Okay, Once you upload this code, let's do that, tools, make sure that you select the proper port, make sure that over here you select the proper board and upload everything. And now everything should be uploaded. Done uploading. Good. Now the code is running. Let's verify the code. Click on Tools, Serial Monitor, and over here in the serial monitor you should see that the numbers are increasing. Again, make sure that the serial monitor is closed, since we will write a Python script that will establish serial communication. Next, let's start with Python implementation. First of all, open a terminal. Click here and search for terminal. Then over here in the terminal, we need to do several things. First of all, we need to run these two commands. These two commands will first update the package list, and then they will upgrade all the packages on our system. Enter your password over here, and now wait until everything is updated and upgraded. Press Y over here and wait. The next step is to verify that you have Python on your system. Most likely you have Python if you have followed the standard installation of Linux Ubuntu 24.04. However, to verify that Python is installed, you should type something like this, and this will bring the executable path of Python. However, you can also verify your Python version by typing this. And over here you should see 3.12. Next, let's go to the home folder, and inside of the home folder let's create a folder called serial, or test serial to be more precise. And then let's navigate to test serial. This will be our workspace folder. Inside of this folder we need to create our Python virtual environment. First of all, we have to make sure that the command for creating Python virtual environment is installed. Consequently, type sudo apt installed python 3.12-venv, and then over here, first of all, activate the Python virtual environment, and then actually first create the Python virtual environment to be precise, and then after that activate the Python virtual environment. And you should see in parentheses environment 1. This means that we are currently inside of our Python virtual environment. Next, we need to install 3 libraries. First of all, we need PySerial. This is the library that will enable us to establish the communication. Then you need to install NumPy, and then finally you need to install matplotlib. So let's start. First of all, let's install PySerial. Then let's install NumPy. And then finally let's install matplotlib. Once you run these 3 commands, you can verify that everything is properly installed by typing something like this, or actually pip list, let me be more precise, and you should get all the libraries, or better to say modules, that are installed inside of our virtual environment. And the next step is to start with coding. In this video tutorial, I'm going to use Visual Studio Code. However, you can use any other Python interpreter, or not interpreter, Python editor. If you want to learn how to install Visual Studio Code on a Linux Ubuntu computer, then go to my YouTube page and search for Install Visual Studio Code on Linux Ubuntu. To start Visual Studio Code, simply type this, then click on File, New File, and I will call the file as test1.py. Here it is. And I will save it inside of my workspace folder. This is very important. Oops, I made an error. Okay, so I will again do it. Since I didn't want to press this button, I wanted to press this. Okay, now test1 is automatically opened. Here, to save time, I'm going to simply copy and paste the content of the file. Here's the file, and let me paste it over here. And let's explain this file line by line. First of all, we need to import matplotlib pyplot as plot, serial, which is our PySerial, and time, since we need to manipulate time. Then we need to import comports, since we want to list all the ports. Over here, we are listing all the ports in order to verify that Arduino can be recognized. Then we need to create a serial communication object. To do that, we call serial.serial, and over here we need to specify communication port. How to find this port? Well, for that purpose you need to go to Arduino, then here you need to click on Tools, and here's the port name, dev TTY-ACM0, and this name should be precisely the name that you will write over here. Next, you need to specify the baud rate. The baud rate should match this baud rate in serial.begin. And there is one additional thing that you need to specify. You need to specify a timeout. Timeout is a time interval during which we are going to wait. If during the timeout we don't get any message, we are going to break the connection. Then over here we are pausing the code for 2 seconds in order to wait for some time for the serial object to be initialized. The collected data list will be used to store the transfer data. Then we are creating the plot, and then we are setting the index counts to 0. This variable IDX or index will be used to count the samples. Now, the issue over here is that if you try to plot every sample and to update the graph every time a new sample arrives, this might be quite slow. Instead of doing that, we are going to downsample everything. And here's the downsampling period. Here, since n is equal to 5, means that we are going to collect every 5th sample and we are going to plot every 5th sample. Then, over here, I'm collecting the samples and I'm printing them out. Let's explain this try and except. What's happening over here? Well, here I have to make sure that if a user presses Ctrl+C, the code will stop. That's why over here I'm starting with try, and inside of the try block, I'm actually collecting the data. However, if an exception occurs, and the exception is keyboard interrupt, which is Ctrl+C, I'm going to break and this block will be executed. First of all, I'm going to close Arduino serial communication and I'm going to close the plot. That is, I'm going to close the plotting window. Let's see what's happening inside. First of all, if a sample is available, this will be executed over here. So what happens inside? First of all, we read the sample. And how do we read the sample? We call serial Arduino read line, and then we need to decode, and then we need to strip. So what's the purpose of strip? Well, if you go over here inside of Arduino, you will see that we are printing a line. We are not printing only this value, we are also printing end of the line character. That is, we are printing this character over here. That's why we need to strip. The strip function will erase new line character as well as the carriage return character. Okay, this is very important. Now value will be a string. Then again we do try and except. So what do we try? We are trying over here every 5th or every nth sample to append this list, which will store the collected data. And over here we are converting the string, which stores the string value, into the float value, and we are appending. Then we are clearing the axis, we are plotting, we are setting the line width, and we are setting the color, and here we are introducing small pause in order to refresh the plot. If you don't have this pause over here, basically you will not be able to plot the graph. And finally we are incrementing the index of a sample. Now here, if there is an error and the error occurs, for example, if the sample is not, for example, a numerical value or there is some error, we are simply going to ignore that value, and that's it. And then over here, this part is previously explained. We need to save this, and next let's run this code. So how to run this code? Well, to run this code, go back over here, make sure that the code is here, and you cannot directly run test1. Let's try it, and to show you that this is not impossible, Python 3 test1.py, and okay, here something happens. You're able to run the code. I have to correct myself, and you can see how the data is being updated. However, to show you what happens, now I press Ctrl C several times. Here, usually you need to set the executable permissions. That is, you need to set something like this, chmod plus x test1.py, and this will now give the executable right to this file. That is the executable permissions, and then we can write something like this. And then if you run this, you can see that everything is recognized, and over here we can start receiving the data. Note over here that this process is more or less in real time. However, we have a delay of, definitely delay of transferring the data, and every fifth sample is actually being printed out. Okay, that's all for today, and thanks for watching.